What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be installing this Whiteline rear sway bar and Whiteline rear end links. I know I've done a video already. You can see under there that I have a Steeda sway bar and Steeda end links installed, but a subscriber had one of these for his SE Focus and apparently it doesn't fit the rear, so he sent this one to me. And I'd probably rather have the Whiteline one on there than the Steeda one. The Steeda one, actually, I love how this one makes the car handle, and there's nothing wrong with it, so I will be selling it. So if you live around Oklahoma City or will be here, I will be selling this one soon if anyone is interested, if it's still available. But the thing about the Whiteline one, you can see right there, there's those two holes. That's because the Whiteline one is adjustable, so you can adjust the stiffness. So I'm going to throw that one on there just in case I want to adjust it, and I'll just sell the Steeda one. So it's pretty much going to be the same process as the last video, but I'm just going to install the Whiteline one this time. I got the rear of the car jacked up. I actually, for the first time, jacked it up from right there in between the two control arms, and it worked fine. I've seen some people who said it's okay online, and that's much easier than jacking up both sides. I just jacked it up from there really tall and then through the two jack stands in it, and then I'm just going to take the two wheels off, and then we will get started installing the Whiteline sway bar. So now that the wheels are off, I'm going to start by taking these end links off. All I got to do is just hold this bolt here and then take this one off and get it out of the sway bar, and then just take this bolt off here, and that's how I'll remove it. Remove the end link, and then to remove the sway bar itself, we just got those two bolts right in there, and I'm just going to loosen both of those bolts, take those brackets out, and then the sway bar will slide completely out. So this video has taken a little bit of a turn. I have decided that I'm not going to install the Whiteline rear sway bar, but I am going to switch out the end links. So I have these Steeda end links, and I've heard people tell me that they are not great, and I don't really like the way they are, and I don't think I adjusted them right either, and the way they go in is different than the Whiteline rear end links, and these just look beefier. They're just thicker, they're physically thicker. You can just see that. So I'm going to swap these in, but I'm going to leave the Steeda rear sway bar in because the Steeda rear sway bar is thicker, and even though this one is adjustable, I'm just going to probably sell this Whiteline one and then sell these end links. These have only been in for a couple thousand miles, so I'll just clean them up and probably sell them all together. But then I'm going to swap in the Whiteline rear end links, and these match my coilovers too, which those are going to get swapped out pretty soon. My Raceline Ultimos, I'm probably going to get some Fortune Auto or BC Racing coilovers, just because it'll be better for autocross. So that should be coming soon if I decide to order those. But I'm going to go ahead and take out just the end links, and then I'll show you how to adjust them to get them at the right spot, because you don't want any preload on your sway bar. So we're going to end up jacking it up from the spring cups here to get it at the right height, and then we'll adjust the Whiteline end links accordingly. So I'm going to go ahead and just swap out the end links here, just taking this bolt out and this bolt here, and then swapping in the Whiteline stuff, and then we'll get to adjusting it the right way. So I removed the old Steeda end link here. It's in completely perfect condition. It's just a little greasy. And all I had to do is take out the bolt here and then use this wrench to hold this bolt, and then I use my impact on the other side to release that. And now we're going to install the Whiteline one, which let me see if I can do this with one hand. We'll take this one off, this bolt on the bottom here off, and then that washer goes there. So this is how this goes. There's this piece here, which is what goes down in that hole, and we'll just put that there with the washer on top, and then this is going to go into there like that, and then this washer will go on the bottom, and then the bolt will go on there. And then when installing this part, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if we just take this one nut off there, you'll have one washer on that side and then one washer on this side with the nut, and that's how it goes in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these slapped in there, and whenever they're in there, I'm going to show you how to properly adjust the end links to where there is no preload on your sway bar with this piece here, and then we use these nuts to lock it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get the end links thrown in there, and then we will adjust them to be the right preload. So I got the end links installed. You can see with all the washers in the proper places all tightened down. And then you have to put an Allen key in the end of this and then use a crescent wrench to tighten this nut because it just spins if you don't. So that's what I did there to get it nice and tight. And then I have this twisted just kind of in the middle where there's no resistance, and that's where I'm going to leave it before we lower it. And what I'm going to do is I'll just get my jack and jack it up in the middle off of those jack stands. And then I'm going to move the jack stands under these spring perches here, or just wherever the appropriate jack point is under here, to make sure that we can lower it, and the springs will be it'll be compressed as if it was on the ground, except you obviously can't have the wheel on. Actually, I think you could do this with the wheel on, but I'm just going to do it without. And we're going to get it compressed and, and get the full weight of the car on it, and then we're going to adjust these. You can see I can just twist this really easily with my finger. It's just kind of loose. That's what we want to do, but right now it's not right because it's only loose because there's no load on the suspension. See, if we twist it here, it gets harder to spin, you know, and it's not loose anymore. You don't want it like that because that puts preload on the sway bar. So I'm going to put jack stands under it, lower it on those, and whenever this is lowered down all the way, I'm just going to adjust it until it's really loose like this, and then we'll move these lock nuts down like that and lock it in place, and then it'll be good to go and we can put the wheels on. Okay, so you can see I have that jack is just barely under there. It's not touching that. I just have it there just for safety. But these are all the way down and the springs are fully compressed, and these you can see are a little bit looser, so if we put them there they get tight. See right there is kind of the loose point. You can see where it just wiggles, so that's where we're going to leave it. I'm just going to tighten those down to lock that in for now, and then we'll go do the other side. But you can see all of the weight on the car is on this, so you don't want any preload on the sway bar. So that's still nice and loose, just how it should be. And then all we got to do is go to the other side, and you can see it when I did it when it was up in the air, it was still pretty close. Yeah, this one's not as close. Yeah, that gets stiff again. So it looks like right there. Now obviously there are way better ways to do this. If you were going to corner balance a car, you would have to work with the coilovers and the sway bars and have scales on all four wheels to get it corner balance correctly. But this is the best way to do it in your garage, pretty much just by feel. You can see those are both in the same spot, so I'm going to go ahead and get these. You just hold this part and then tighten this down up against it. And I'm just going to tighten those with a wrench really quick, and then it'll be good to go, and lower it and put the wheels back on. So now the lock nuts are all tightened down on the end links, and they are at the right setting where there is no preload on the sway bar. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the car and put the wheels back on. It's kind of a strange video just because I didn't end up doing the sway bar, but I really like how the Steeda sway bar handles anyways. And if the car rotates a little bit too much during autocross, by then hopefully I should have new coilovers with adjustable dampening, and I should be able to use the dampening on the coilovers to kind of counteract too much oversteer if this sway bar is too thick. So that's pretty much my thoughts behind that, but I guess we will see whenever that happens. But thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. at Nickjoenap, just the same as my channel name. And if you'd like to help support the channel, I will leave a link down to my merch site below. I haven't created a whole lot yet, but I am working to create more merch because that'll just help with the build and help me get new parts and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.